Okay, let's now begin with our lesson about verb function number 1. This is verb function number 1. And dapat natin malaman, we should understand that verb is a part of speech that shows action. So titingnan muna natin dito ang mga action verbs. At for example muna tayo ng action verbs. Students write. Ano daw ginagawa ng students? They write. So ito ang yung verb. Tinatanong mo kung anong ginagawa ng students. So the word write is the verb. So ito yung mga halimbawa of those verbs na ating makikita, and we need to practice in order for us to gain skills. For example, this one, captain orders. Anong ginagawa ng captain? Orders. So ito ang iyong verb. Okay? Crew follows. So ito ang iyong verb. Follow the radar. Hindi pwede ang radar, hindi pwede ang the, kasi ito ay command. Pagka command, nakatago yung iyong subject na you. Therefore, yung sumunod na word which is follow ang iyong verb. You follow. Laging tatandaan yan, maraming mga sentence na nagko-command na hindi talaga mababasa yung subject. Immediately, yung verb ang kasunod niyan. Follow the radar. So, you follow the radars. Follow is the verb. Number 2 ay itong waves grow. Okay? So, grow ang iyong verb. At sinasabi ko anong gaano daw, ano daw ang ginagawa ng waves. They grow. Sound the whistle. Again, ito ay merong tinatawag na command, at ang subject nito ay nakatago uli. Therefore, sound is your verb. Tatandaan niyo yan, ha? Birds fly. Anong ginagawa ng birds? They fly. Birds fly. And then, number 3, swim with dolphins. Andito na naman ang you natin, sapagkat ito ay isang command sentence. So, you swim with dolphins. Swim is your verb. Passengers smile. Passengers smile. So, itong passengers, ano daw ang ginagawa nila? They smile. So, that is your verb. Passengers smile. Crews frown. Frown is your verb. Next is number 4, cooks cook. Ito daw mga nagluluto ay may niluluto. Ayan, cooks cook. Sila ay nagluluto. Stewards, stewardess clean. Clean is your verb. Bell captain supervises. Supervises is your verb. Sige nga, kayo nga sa number 5. Clouds rain. Very good. Rain ang iyong verb. Winds blow. Very good. Blow is your verb. Thunders soars. Very good. Soars is your verb. Okay, malito dyan, ha? Kasi pagka yung mga halimbawa kagaya nito ay may s yung noun, of course plural yan. So ang susunod mo, yung verb mo dapat walang s. Rain, yan. Ito naman ganun din. Ito walang s yung thunder. Dapat yung verb mo ay may s. Pag walang s ang thunder, okay? Meaning singular kasi sila. Now number 6. Waves grow. Ayun, no? Naulit lang yung number 2 mo. Okay? So, grow ang iyong verb. Next. Very good. Increases ang iyong verb. Next. Very good. Increase is your verb. Bakit? Command sentence na naman yan. So, ang you mo ay nakatago na naman. You increase your skills. So, inutusan ka mag-increase ng iyong skills. Number 7, Very good. Ends. Ito ang subject mo, yung it. Then next. Very good. Start is your verb. Next. Very good. Does is your verb. Then number 8. Tingnan natin ito. Talk to room servant o service attendant. Ano? Pautos to. Nag-uutos siya. Talk daw. Kausapin mo raw ang room service attendant. So, nasaan ang subject niya? Ang subject niya ay nakatago dahil pautos yan. So, yan ay you. And then, therefore, talk is your verb. Next, attendants talk. Talk is your verb. Very good. Next, yes, very good. Talks is your verb. Number 9 na tayo. Ano na sa number 9? Yes. Sa number 9, swims ang iyong verb. Very good. Walk is your verb. Walks is your verb. Number 10. Yes. Starts is your verb. Very good. Departs is your verb. Then, pautos na naman yan. Yes, convince is your verb. Katago na naman yung ating you. Number 11. Very good. Claims is your verb. Singular yung whoever. Therefore, yung verb is with S. Next. Very good. Decide is your verb. Next. Refrain is your verb. Number 12 tayo. Clean the galley. Oops. Yan ay isa na namang command. So, nakatago na naman ang you. Therefore, verb mo ay clean. Next. Yes. Very good. Nasusundan nyo na. Pautos na naman to. You mop the floor. So, you mop ang iyong verb. Then, very good. Nakatago na naman yung you. Dry is your verb. You dry the alley. 13. Mrs. Jones signs for a tour. A tour. Okay? Ano daw ang ginawa ni Jones? Very good. So, yung kanyang ginagawa, yun yung verb. Yan ang iyong verb. Signs for a tour. Next, Mr. Smith withdraws his schedule. Very good. Withdraws ang iyong verb. Okay? Tandaan na verb function ang ating subject ngayon, ang ating exercises. And what else? Number 14. Anong ginawa ng captains, mga kapitan? Yes, they meet. Hindi pwedeng always. Adverb of time yan. Meet is your verb. Itong mga captains ang iyong subject. Next, the crews speak often. Ano daw ginagawa ng crews? They speak. Very good. That is your verb. Next, number 15. The ship travels. Yan. Anong ginagawa ng ship? It travels. That is your verb. Anong ginagawa ng cook? They cook or cooks. Yan. Ito ang iyong verb. Anong ginagawa ng guard? Guards. Okay. The guards. Meron lang tayong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bago tayo lumipat sa susunod na ating exercise. Kaya huwag kang bibitaw Huwag kang bibitaw kasi mahalagang ma-establish ang ating mga skills through familiarization itong ating mga exercises. Kung meron ka dyan mga mga pwede mong kainin, kumain ka dyan at nang hindi ka naiinip kung ano ang ating dito sa ating ginagawang pag-aaral. Number 16, the laundry piles up. Okay? Nag-piles up na raw ang iyong laundry. Yan. Ang iyong verb ay piles. He files the document. Ano daw ang ginawa niya? Yan. Ito ang verb niya. Files the document. And then he documented the offense. Anong ginawa niya? Documented. Yan. Yan ang kanyang verb. 17. Attendant attends. Ayan. Anong ginawa ng attendant? Attends. Yan. The show showed the program. Anong ginawa ng show? Pinakita raw yung program. Kaya kung anong ginagawa, yun ang verb. Showed the program. At mapapansin niyo, no? Tip lang po. Tip lang, ha? Pakinggan nyo mabuti. Mapapansin nyo na pag na-identify nyo yung subject, ma-identify nyo na kaagad yung verb. Kasunod na yung verb kaagad. No? At kung babalik rin naman natin, pag na-identify nyo yung verb, ma-identify nyo kaagad yung subject kasi nasa likuran niya lang yung subject. Lahat yan, nasa likod lang niya yung subject. Okay? Napansin nyo? Very good. Ha? Now, punta na tayo dito sa number 18. The ship sounds the alarm. Anong ginawa raw ng ship? Nag-sound. Kaya it sounds the alarm. Yan ang kanyang verb. Sino ang nagsasound ng alarm? Yung ship. Therefore, mamaya, makikita nyo, yan yung subject niya. He alarmed the passengers. Anong ginagawa niya? Alarmed. The passengers. Yan ang kanyang verb. Okay, 19 tayo. See the sun quickly. Uy, pautos na naman to. Okay? So, yung you mo ay nakatago. So, yung see, yun yung verb. See the sun quickly. Then, the beautiful sun rises. Ano daw ang ginagawa ng sun? Rises. Yan. Yan ang verb. And then, the sun shines brightly. Ano daw ang ginagawa ng sun? Okay? Shines. Okay. Shines. Ito ang iyong verb. Last number ay ang iyong ano ito? Sentence na I learn faster. I learn faster. So, anong ginagawa niya? Natututo daw siya. So, yan ang verb mo. I learn. Learn. And then, pautos na naman to. Learn the story. Inuna niya yung verb. Pero, ang totoo, nakatago yung subject. You learn the story. Learn is your verb. Sana nasusundan niyo yan. We met. Ano daw nangyari sa kanila? Nagkita raw sila. Met. And then, meet is good. Asan ang verb? Asan ang verb dyan? Yung is. Ang tawag dyan ay linking verb. Nililink yung meet at sa adjective niya na good. Alright. So, yan ang ating mga exercises ngayon sa verb function number 1. So, dapat maintindihan natin yan na sa likod ng mga verb, nandoon lang yung subject. Napapansin nyo ba yan? So, gusto ko kayong tulungan na ma-familiarize nyo ang mga iyan. Okay? Alright? Naintindihan na, Alright. Mababalik-balikan nyo naman tong video na ito dito sa YouTube natin. So, tuloy tayo. Kukunin ko lang yung kasunod na ating lesson. Okay, ito na po ang kasunod na lesson. Verb function number 2 naman tayo. Kanina number 1. Mapapansin nyo na medyo humahaba yung sentence natin. Alright? So, tingnan natin kaagad ang ating mga verb. Dito, ang sabi, ang task natin ay hanapin ang verb. Madali lang po yan. Okay? Tatanungin mo lang yung noun na nasa unahan. Okay, yung unang-unang noun na dinideclare ng sentence. For example, the contestant dito, yung verb function number 2 natin. For example, the contestant sings on the stage. Okay, ano yung noun dyan na nauna? Yung contestant. Anong ginagawa ng contestant? Sings. Very good. Okay, singular siya, kaya may S yung iyong verb. Yan ang iyong verb. Alright, sings is an action verb. Okay. So, tandaan natin na most of the verbs karamihan ng mga verbs ay mga salita na nagpapakita ng pagkilos o galaw. Action, anong ginagawa? Nag-a-act doon ay mga verb po yun. They show outward manifestation of action and something observable like handed and right. Yan, mga verb yan eh. So, tingnan natin itong number 1 muna sa ating verb function number 2. Okay, number 1. Pwede nyo bang mabasa? Sige nga, basahin nga number 1. Okay, the attendant handed a towel. Okay, now you ask a question. Asan yung unang noun? At anong ginagawa daw ng noun? Okay, so very good. Handed the towel. Therefore, ito yung iyong verb. Next, number 2, the masseurs smiled at the customer. Anong ginagawa ng masseurs? Smiled. Tatanungin mo lang lagi anong ginagawa ng masseurs, anong ginagawa ng attendant, makikita mo na yung verb. And then, number 3, he gave a tip. Very good. Ito ang iyong verb. Sige nga, kung malolocate mo yung number 4, basa ka nga muna. Very good. The fitness director showed the dance step. Asan ang verb? Anong ginagawa daw ng director? Showed. Yan ang iyong verb. Next, 5. The crew shifted routine assignment. Anong ginawa ng crew? Shifted. Yan. Yan ang iyong verb. Okay? Number 6. He wrote his report to the captain. Ano daw ginawa niya? Nagsulat daw siya o sumulat. So, yan ang iyong verb. Next. 7. Sige nga, basa uli. Very good. She sang a song to the passengers. Ano daw ang ginawa ng babae? Kumanta. Okay, so yan ang kanyang verb. Next. Basa uli. Very good. The assistant chief housekeeper has been promoted. Ayan, medyo mahaba-haba yan Ang technique natin dyan, kung sino yung huling-huling noun, yun ang pagbabasihan mo. Tatanungin mo. So, dito ay ang housekeeper. Ano daw ang ginawa ng housekeeper? Asan ang verb mo dyan? Promoted? Hindi. Meron ka pang been at saka has. And therefore, yung tatlong yan, ang iyong verb. Ang tawag dyan ay verb phrase. Ayan. Has been promoted. Sa timeline ng verb, lalo na yung mga estudyante dyan sa senior high at sa college, ay malalaman ninyo na ang has been ay nandun sa tinatawag na perfect progressive form ng verb. Okay? Ito ay nasa present form. Hindi present progressive. Present perfect form of the verb. Ayan. Present perfect yan. Has been promoted. Okay? Next. Number 9. Basa nga. Very good. Racing to the cabin, the floor supervisor met the staff. Pag nakita niyo yung kama, okay, ibig sabihin, nagre-reverse ang sentence niya. Yung dulo ay ginawa niya, ginlagay niya sa unahan. Pero yung unang part ng sentence niya, yung normal part or normal sentence ay hinuli niya. Okay? So, titingnan mo, ito, the floor supervisor, anong ginawa niya? Met the staff. Ito ang iyong verb. Alright? So, parang ganito yan. The floor supervisor met the staff racing to the cabin. Okay? Next, the head room steward is involved in cleaning. Again, ang iyong verb ay is at saka involved. Okay? Ang tawag dyan ay verb phrase. At yan ay dapat na magkasama. Is involved. Okay? Number 11, while cleaning the tables, he smiled to the passengers. Ni-reverse na naman niya. So, ano daw ang ginagawa niya? He what? Smiled. Okay, so yun ang iyong verb. Number 12, reverse na naman tayo. In the floor. They played with cards. Or they played with cards in the floor. Okay, malilito dyan. I-reverse niya lang yan. So, anong ginagawa nila? Played. Okay, very good. Yan ang iyong verb. 13. Nasa 13 tayo. The team of housekeepers walked towards the alley. Okay? Hindi ito passive, ano? Nasa active form tayo. Okay. Now, mapasin ninyo, tatanungin ninyo, ano ba talaga ang verb dyan? Right? Ang verb dyan ay walked. Okay? Ang subject mo ay ang team. Huwag kang kukuha ng verb at subject sa loob ng prepositional phrase, ha? Yung may mga preposition, aatras ka pa. Doon makikita mo, outside of the prepositional phrase, ang iyong subject, team. Walked is the verb. Ano daw ang ginagawa ng team? Walk. Okay? Yung of housekeepers, nagiging adjective lang siya kung anong klase yung team. Sino ba yung team? Anong team sila? Team daw sila ng mga housekeepers. Next, the team sailed the boat. Okay? Anong ginagawa ng crew? Sailed. Therefore, yan ang iyong verb. The laundry supervisor gathered the garments. Yung last noun ay yung supervisor. Anong ginagawa ng supervisor? Gathered ang iyong verb. Okay? And then 16, although without an experience, he was accepted as a laundryman. Anong ginagawa niya? Was accepted. Anong ginawa niya? Was accepted. Yan. Verb phrase yan tawag yan. Next, 17. Sa 17 tayo. Some verbs show action. Other verbs do not show action. May period dito. Sa makatuwid, dalawa ang sentence natin o sentences. Sa first sentence muna tayo. Verbs daw, ano ginagawa ng verbs? Show action. Yung show, yun yung ginagawa. Yan yung verb. Other verbs do not show action. Okay? Now, dito, ang verb natin ay ang do at ang show. Yung not, sir, hindi. Kasi yan ay ang tawag dyan ay adverb. Now, hindi po pwede yan kasi sumingit lang siya dyan. Para maging negative lang yung sentence. So, ang iyong verb phrase ay do at show kasi interrupted verb phrase ang tawag dyan. Ito, nag-interrupt siya. So, itong dalawang ito, ang iyong verb do, show. Okay? Next, 18. The applicant will need to have some basic knowledge in English. Ano daw ang ginagawa ng applicant? Will need. Okay, very good. Yan ang kanyang verb phrase naman yan. Hindi pwedeng kumuha ka rito sa to have. Okay? Kasi infinitive phrase to. Infinitive. Yang to na yan. Huwag kang kukuha dyan, ha? Okay, sa mga prepositional phrases, huwag kang kukuha ng verb dyan. Okay, so they listen carefully to the instructions. Ano daw ginawa nila? Listen. Yan ang iyong verb. Kung pinidescribe yung listen carefully, ito naman ang iyong adverb dyan. Next, ano pa? 20, but then again, it is always an advantage to be fluent in English. Ang verb mo ay is. Yan. Yan ang verb or linking verb. Ang always dyan ay adverb of time. Alright? So, naintindihan na natin itong pangalawang ano natin, ha? Exercises, yung verb function number 2. Tuloy pa natin, ha? Huwag kayong bibitaw. At least 1 hour tayong mag-uusap para ma-familiarize natin ang mga function ng verb at ma-locate natin ang mga verb natin sa sentence. O medyo
medyo itinataas na ng bahagya ang level ng ating grammar skills dito ha, kasi nagko-combination na ng mga verb. Kung dati kanina pa isa-isa lang, kagaya nung handed, smiled, gave, showed, shifted, wrote, sang, dito nag-verb phrase na tayo. Hindi lang isa yung verb, kundi naging tatlo na, has been promoted. At ang sabi natin, ito ay present perfect form of the verb. Siguro kinakailangan natin mag-lecture tungkol sa mga tinatawag na simple, progressive, perfect, perfect progressive ng mga form ng verb para ma-familiarize tayo ha. Okay. So gusto nyo ba yon? Sige, sa susunod na video gagawin natin yan. For the meantime, familiarization lang muna tayo. Kailangan malocate natin ang mga verb. Now, gusto ko in advance, mapansin niyo to ha, that pag nalocate nyo yung verb, immediately yung katabi niya, yun yung subject. Tingnan nyo yung verb, oh. Yung katabi niya, yun yung subject. Okay, showed, yan ang verb. Yung katabi niya, yan yung subject. Again, shifted, yung katabi niya, yan ang subject. Wrote, yung katabi niya, yun yung subject. Sang, yung katabi niya, yun ang subject. Okay, housekeeper, o has been promoted, yung katabi niya, yan ang subject. Hindi sila halos, in many instances, hindi nila ginagawang maghiwalay. Pero hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon. So, ito yung verb met, ito naman yung subject. Is involved, nasa likod lang yung subject. Okay? Smiled, nasa likod lang yung subject. Played, nasa likod lang yung subject. Tatandaan ha? And then dito, walked, ay nandito naman ang subject. Medyo malayo. Kasi, sumingit yung prepositional phrase. So, aalis muna kayo sa prepositional phrase, punta kayo sa bandang unahan pa. Yun yung subject. Sailed, ito yung subject, yung crew. Gathered, ito yung subject, supervisor. Okay? Ano pa? Was accepted, ito yung subject. Okay? He. And then, show, ito yung subject, yung verb. Yan ang subject. Do show, ito yung subject. Nasa likod lang niya. And then, punta tayo sa 18. Will need, okay? Ito yung subject, nasa likod lang. And then, listened, ayun ang subject, nasa tabi niya lang. Is, itong subject, nasa tabi niya lang. Okay? Hindi naman mahirap, di ba? Okay, very good. So, tuloy tayo ha. Kukunin ko yung another exercises natin. Ito, talon na tayo dito sa verb function number 4. Talon tayo. Okay? Pero, meron akong isa pang nakalimutan dito, yung verb phrase function, ano? Okay, hindi. Dito muna tayo. Bago tayo pumunta dun sa susunod pa na exercises. Mga senior students, senior high students, mga students ko dyan, tingnan ninyong mabuti. Lalo na yung students natin sa section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pero yung iba na gusto namang manood nito, sige, refer nyo na lang para matuto din sila. Alright, dito ay verb function number 4. Familiarization lang na naman tayo dito ha. Now, we have found that verbs may be action verbs or state of being verbs. So, dalawa ng klaseng verb ang ipapakita natin dito. Yung action, yung kumikilos, gumagalaw, nagsasalita, etc. Nag-iisip, may ginagawa. Pero yung mga state of being verbs, ito ay mga verb na hindi na kumikilos o gumagalaw. Ang tawag dyan ay state of being verbs. Sige, familiarize natin itong mga state of being verbs na ito. Tingnan natin. Okay. For example, fish swims. Okay? Anong ginagawa ng fish? They swim. Ito, ang tawag dito ay action verb kasi may ginagawa, gumagalaw, ano? Ginagawa yung sa asan subject, sabi natin dapat nasa tabi lang, yung fish. Pero pagdating nyo sa swims, itong, or rather, yung swims nga, binabanggit niya dito na yun ang action verb. Okay. Pero, mamaya pupunta tayo sa mga state of being verb, ha? For example, this one. Number 1. Verbs are often in the form of action verbs. Okay? Pansinin ninyo na ang verb yan ay are. Okay? Yan ang plural ng is. Okay? Bakit naging are? Kasi yung subject niya, yung katabi, may s. Okay? Kaya dapat, nagkakaroon ng subject-verb agreement. Yung subject nag-a-agree sa verb. Kung walang s yung verb, mayroong dapat singular din lang yung verb. Verb is, verbs are. Okay? Very good. Next, dito tayo sa number 2. Some words in the sentence serve as state of being verbs. Now, tingnan ninyo mabuti to, ha. Nakakita ba kayo ng preposition? Yes, ito. So, ano muna tayo. Open and close. Okay? Parenthesis muna tayo. Okay? Hanggang dito, bago mag-verb. Yan. So, ang tinutukoy na verb dito ay yung serve. Yan ang ating verb. Nasaan ang subject niya? After, pagbabalik kayo, lalabas kayo sa prepositional phrase. Okay? Ito preposition yan eh. At nadagdagan ng mga words, therefore naging phrase. Pupunta kayo dito sa words. Ito ang iyong subject. Okay? Words serve as state of being verbs. Number 3. A state of being verb provides a fact or state. Okay. Nasaan ang verb? Provides. Asan ang subject? Very good. Katabi lang niya. Verb provides. Okay? So, ito ang kanyang verb. Okay? Then, number 4, grammar is a linguistic subject. Yan, napakasimple naman yan, ano? Ito ang linking verb is. Therefore, ang kanyang subject ay ito, grammar. Katabi lang niya. Next, students now write better essays. Alright. Nauna yung, ano ito? Adverb of time. At sumunod lamang yung verb. Ito yung verb mo. Right. Asan ang subject? Ang subject ay itong students. Hindi mo pwedeng kunin ang adverb. Okay? Ito ang verb. Ito ang subject. So, this is an interrupted subject-verb agreement. Ito yung subject at verb na normally dapat magkatabi. O kung halimbawa, students write now better essays. Pero ang ginawa ng writer, siningit, students now, emphasizing the adverb of time, okay, write better essays. Number 6, teachers teach students about grammar. Yan. Okay? Ano ang verb natin? Anong ginagawa raw nung sino daw ang subject na kumikilos diyan? Yung teachers. Anong ginagawa niya? Teach. Therefore, ito ang iyong verb, ito ang iyong subject. Okay, very good. Nasusundan niyo na. Next, 7, the students are nice and studious. Alright? Itong linking verb mo. Okay? Yan ang iyong verb. Katabi lang niya ang subject. Alright. And then, number 8, I am your teacher for accent. Ito, tandaan ninyo ha, yung mga be verb form dyan, ang be verb. Itong am ang iyong verb. Tandaan nyo yan, verb. Therefore, katabi niya lang yung subject, I. Yan. I am, okay, your teacher for accent. Kasi pag gumamit ka ng I, hindi mo na pwedeng isunod yung is. Kasi singular yung I, pero plural form. Ang gagamitin natin dyan, pag ganyan ang structure, I am. Okay, number 9, we were grammar students once. Okay? Nasaan ang verb natin dito? Okay? Where. Ayan. Ito ang past ng R. A-R-E. Ang past ng R ay were. Of course, nandyan yung subject. Ayan, katabi lang niya. Okay, number 10, the class of mariners worked hard. Okay, the class of mariners daw worked hard. Okay, so, ano daw ginagawa ng class? Tatanungin natin. Okay, worked. Yan ang iyong verb. Okay, yung hard, description lamang ng worked. Okay, adverb na naman siya. At, lalabas na naman tayo sa prepositional phrase. Tatandaan nyo to ha. Huwag kayo mapapagod mag-isip. Laging tatandaan yung principle. Alis kayo dyan. Hindi po pwede na yung katabi ng verb na yan, iyon yung subject. Bakit? May of preposition yan Hindi yan, therefore, ang iyong panggagalingan ng subject. Lalabas ka pa. Ayun. Class. Okay? The class worked hard. Tatandaan nyo lang yung mga preposition. In, of, under, above. Yan ha. Huwag kayong kukuha dyan. Next, the utility cleaners team worked hard. Okay? Asan? Anong ginagawa doon ng team? Worked. Ayan na naman ang iyong verb. Ayun, katabi mo lang ang subject. Team. Anong klaseng team? Cleaners. Anong klaseng leaders? Utility. Okay? Sino daw ito? Definite article. Therefore, adjective din yan. Mamaya pupuntahan natin yan. O sa mga sumusunod na mga lesson. Ano? Yan. Team worked hard. Or team worked. Then, 12. Asan ang verb? Ano daw ang ginagawa ng keeper? O, lagi mo tatanungin, what does the keeper do? Okay? Piled. Yan. So, iyan ang iyong verb. Nang katabi niya, yan ang iyong subject. Kasi wala namang preposition. Immediately, yun ang kanyang subject. Then 13, our team of cook is the best in 5-star cruise ship. Alright? Nasaan ang iyong verb? Very good. Pag nakikita mo niyang is, are, were, yan ang verb niya. Yan ang iyong verb. Linking verb. Nasaan ang subject niya? Ay, wala na naman dito sa of cook kasi prepositional phrase yan. Lalabas ka na naman dyan at itong team ang iyong subject. Ha? Naintindihan ha? Kaya nga ang grammar ay familiarization At yung familiarization na yon hanggat maaari ay pinararami mo and therefore ay tumataas ang iyong skills. Number 14. We win the hearts of our passengers. Okay? Kami raw. Kami. Tayo. Anong ginawa natin? Win. Alright. So, yung subject. Ito yung verb. Okay? Our captains are Bill and John. Asan ang verb? Are. Ang linking verb yan. Okay. Nasaan ang subject? Katabi lang niya. Ayan. Kasi wala naman preposition para tayo ay para ma-invalid, no? Alright, next 16. We were the best team of officers. Yes, were is the verb and then we is the subject. Ito ay linking verb past, okay? 17. Each class is a group of excellent students. Is your verb. Linking verb. Then immediately yung class ang iyong subject. 18. The social hostess conducts special activities. Alright? Ano daw ang ginawa ng hostess? Hostess conducts. Alright. So yun iyong verb. At ito, immediately ang iyong subject. I am fluent in English. Yung am. Kasi lumitaw na naman yung I. So yung isang linking verb. Ito ang iyong subject. Writing a report is a sensitive one. Yan, is. Linking verb. And then, Hindi ka pwedeng kumuha rito, ha? Okay? Writing ang iyong subject. Ayan, very good. Yan, okay? So, familiar na tayo. Unti-unti na natin na-familiarize, ano? So, mainam, maaga pa na naintindihan natin yung mga lesson ng function ng verb. Ulit-ulitin nyo yung lecture dito, ha? Kung hindi nyo pa nakukuha ng isang pasada, you go and repeat again yung lecture para ma-familiarize tayo. Tingnan natin nasa likod. Ito naman ay verb phrase na. Paano daw ang pagtukoy ng mga combination ng verbs? Kasi kalimitan kanina, puro single verb lang ang tinitingnan natin. May pa isa-isang verb phrase. Pero dito, ang nakafocus lang tayo sa verb phrase. Itong verb phrase function number 1. Function, verb phrase na. Hindi lang verb, kundi it's a phrase. Meaning, more than one verb ang tinutukoy natin. So, verbs do not always stand alone. Often, we combine state of being verbs with action verbs to form verb phrases. A phrase is two or more words serving as one part of speech. A verb is one of the parts of speech. For example, yung morph meaning example. We are running a race. Yung are running, yun ang iyong verb phrase. Pag sinabing phrase, more than one verb. Okay? So, meron na tayong idea. Alright? Go now to number 1 immediately. So, number 1, we have here the sentence. Sige nga, i-familiarize nyo muna, no? Bibigyan ko kayo ng time na familiarize muna yung takbo ng mga sentences. We are working, she is talking, he was appointed, they are smiling, I am talking, passengers were resting, they were eating, Joe is lecturing, the captain is walking, the orientation was given, the travel is beginning, I'm waiting for an order, they were forgotten heroes, he is serving, the activity is ending, the sun is beautifully setting in the west, the passengers were gathering, the toast was proposed by the captain, we were dispersed on time, I am hoping. Okay. Okay, so alam nyo na ba ang mga verb phrase nyo? Very good. Number 1, very good. Are working. Yung combination na yan. Verb phrase. Nasaan ang subject? Nasa tabi lang niya. Yan ang subject mo. Number 2, she is talking. Okay, verb phrase is talking. Yan. Subject? Yes, very good. She. He was appointed. Verb phrase? Was appointed. Okay? And subject? He. Number 4, read. Very good. They are smiling. Verb phrase? Are smiling. Yan. And the subject? Very good. They. Next, I am talking. Verb phrase? Am talking. Verb phrase. Subject? This I. The word I. 6, passengers were resting. Yes, very good. Were resting is your verb phrase. Passengers, ito ang iyong subject. Okay, napansin niya plural yan kaya plural din yung verb. They were eating. Were eating. Verb phrase. And then subject, they. Joe is lecturing. Yung teacher mo ngayon is lecturing. Verb phrase yan. And Joe is the subject. Next, the captain is walking. Is walking is your verb phrase. And captain is your subject. 10, the orientation was given. Was given. Yan ang verb phrase mo. At orientation ang iyong subject. Uy, mukha yatang napafamiliarize nyo na ang mga principles ng ating grammar. Sorry. Okay. Then next ay itong number 11. The travel is beginning. Is beginning. Ang iyong verb phrase, travel is your subject. I am waiting for an order. Am waiting is your verb phrase. And then I is your subject. They were forgotten heroes. Were forgotten. Verb phrase. And then they is your subject. He is serving. Is serving. Yan ang verb phrase naman natin. At he is your subject. The activity is ending. Yan ang iyong verb phrase. At activity is your subject. Ang tawag dyan is ending ay present progressive form ng verb. Okay? 16. The sun is beautifully setting in the west. Sige nga, kung matutukoy ninyo kung nasaan ang verb phrase dyan. Very good. Is setting. Hindi kasama ang beautifully kasi adjective yan. Pero dito ay interrupted verb phrase ang tawag dito. So, ang verb phrase mo ay itong dalawang ito. Okay? And this is your subject. 17. The passengers were gathering. Yan ang verb phrase mo. Ito naman, nasa likod niya ang iyong subject. Okay. Papagod na ba? Siyempre, hindi. Kasi gusto natin matuto. Ha? Kung tayo ay halos magmagdamag sa mga TikTok natin at sa Facebook, ay higit na dapat ay pagtuunan natin ang pansin ang mga ito. Kasi kung hindi ay malilate tayo talaga ng learning natin. Kailangan natin matutunan na kaagad ito. Okay, number 18. The toast was proposed by the captain. Ang verb phrase mo ay nasan? Very good. Was proposed. This is the verb phrase. And toast is your subject. We were dispersed on time. Asan ang verb phrase? Were dispersed. Verb phrase. Subject? Yes. We. And then I am hoping. I'm hoping is your verb phrase. And then I is your subject. Wow, very good. 100% oh. Ha? Siguro pagka kayo na lang at may babasahin kayo, makikita nyo. Oh, lumiliwanag ano ha. I mean, napafamiliarize tayo kasi nag-spend na tayo ng time to familiarize mga academic discipline, lalo na sa grammar natin. Okay, ang tawag dyan ay sentence mapping na ha, later on. So, kuha pa tayo siguro mga 2 pang lessons tayo ha. Huwag mo nang bibitaw. Malapit na, kailangan natin ng 1 hour para dito. Okay, next. Ayan. Verb phrase function number 2. Number 1 yung kanina eh. Ngayon ay verb phrase function number 2. Verbs, again, do not always stand alone. Hindi sila nag-iisa lang lagi sa sentence. Lagi silang may combination. State of being verbs ang combination or action verbs ang combination. So a verb phrase is 2 or more words serving as one part of the speech. So a verb is one of the parts of the speech. Diba? Meron yata tayong ilang parts of the speech ba? 7 or 8? Okay, meron tayong adjective, noun, pronoun, verb, preposition, interjection, etc. So, dito muna tayo sa ating susunod na lesson, ang lesson about verb function number 2. Okay? Sige, familiarize natin. Di natin titigilan to. Grammar ka lang. Kayang-kaya ka namin. Intindihin. Basta nandiyan dyan si Sergio. Okay. Number 1. The horn was sounded. Ayan. Ang verb phrase mo? Of course. Verb phrase mo ay was sounded. Subject? Ayun. Katabi lang yung subject. Number 2. The ship was ordered to sail. Okay? Verb phrase was ordered. And then, subject? Yung katabi lang din uli. Ship. Number 3. The crews excuse me, were placed to their duties. Verb phrase? Were placed. Yan ang verb phrase natin. At ang ating subject itong cruise. Very good. Number 4, they should have prayed first. Okay, have prayed. Ito ang ating verb phrase. Okay, tawag natin dyan ay present perfect form of the verb. They, kasama yung should. Okay, should have prayed. Ayan, meron na tayong helping verbs dito. Okay, modals. Ito, may mga modals na tayo. Alright, kasama rin ang modals, yung should, would, could. Yan ay should, would, could ay kasama yan sa mga verb. So, dinadagdag yan. O dito, nagtatlo na yung verb natin. Verbs. Should have prayed. Of course, ang subject, yun, katabi lang. Alright, very good. Number 5, basa nga tayo. Very good. The tour should have been scheduled the day before. Ang tawa, yan. Asan ang verb phrase? Naku, alam niyo ba ang verb phrase nyo? Yung 4 na yan. Yan. Should have been scheduled. Yan. At ang subject, very good. Itong katabi lang. Okay. Okay. Very good, natututo na ba tayo? Are we learning now? All right. Okay. So dito 4 na yung verb natin, verb phrase. Then number 6, Assistant Cruise Director Jake could have coordinated the jobs earlier. Yan. Nasaan yung tatlong verb phrase mo dyan? Very good. Could have coordinated. Okay. So ang asa na subject mo? Ang subject mo ay the director. Okay? Director. Pinakilala siya. Okay? Na siya ay si Jake. Okay? Number 7. Ito ang iyong subject. 7. A student's research work must be shown to the instructor. Asan ang verb phrase? Yun, must be shown. Okay? Students' recent work. Asan ang subject? Katabi lang. Yun, work must be shown. Next, all students shall be given an assignment. Nasaan ang verb phrase? Shall be given. Yan ang verb phrase mo. Subject? Very good. Students. Number 9, the meals were served in the pan. Asan ang verb phrase mo? Yan. Were served. Verb phrase. Ang subject, meals, of course. Katabi lang. Number 10. Ang 10 tayo. Sige nga, basa nga. Very good. The potatoes should have been mashed earlier. Nasaan ang verb phrase mo dyan? Very good! Nakakatuwa naman kayo. Talaga naman. Ayan. Should have been must. Ayan na ang verb phrase mo. 4 na verbs na naman ang lumitaw dyan. Asan ang subject? Very good. Alam na natin. Yung katabi lang nung verb na yan ay subject natin. 11. The little boy may have lost his money. Asan ang verb phrase mo? Okay. May have lost. Okay. At ang subject, boy. Yan. Okay. Very good. Next. As a student should have studied the assignment. Okay. Nasaan ang verb phrase? Should have studied. Yan ang verb phrase natin. Verb phrase. Verb phrase. At asan ang subject? Katabi lang. Yan. Dali lang, di ba? Madali lang. Napakasarap mag-aral talaga ng grammar, di ba? Kasi, tinuturo sa atin ng maayos. Ang kailangan lang talaga ay we need to spend time to familiarize ourselves with the structure of grammar. Kasi ganun talaga eh. Hindi tayo dapat mainip. Kasi, we have to tell that to ourselves that I need this. It is necessary, it is important for me to learn them for my survival, and in order for me to succeed in my endeavors in life. Dapat ganon, diba? Okay, number 12. Punta na tayo sa 13. Sorry, ay nubokot. Pag matagal ako nagsasalita, ganyan. Alright. Andito na tayo sa number 13. The meal will have been completed by 9 o'clock. Asan ang verb phrase? Ito lang ba? No. Ito lang ba? No. Ito lang ba? No. Hanggang dito. Will have been completed. Yan ang iyong verb phrase. Katabi niya lang yung subject, meal. Okay. Di ba nakakatuwa? Yes. Ganyan talaga yan. Yung pagka natutunan na natin yan, bali-baliktarin man tayo, kaya na nating maintindihan yan. Ha? Ang ating babasahin, ganun din. Maunawaan natin yan. Okay? Pero dadagdag ko sa lecture after this siguro or yung susunod na episode natin, lecture number 2, yung tinatawag na yung timeline at saka yung progressive, yung simple progressive at perfect at progressive form of the verb, ha? Okay. Okay, so punta muna tayo ulit dito sa number 14 naman. You were being served by the head waiter. Asan ang verb phrase? Were being served. Yan ang verb phrase. Asan ang subject? You. Very good. Galing. Okay. Galing na, no? Excellent. Galing. 15. We shall have completed 10 pages by then. Alright? Asan ang verb phrase? Very good. Shall have completed. Subject? Yan, nasa tabi lang. Okay? Now, punta naman tayo sa number 16. He was singing in the shower. Meron ganun, ano? Yung mga kakanta-kanta sa shower. Mga masayahing tao. Pero lumalabas lang ang boses pag nasa shower. Dapat kahit nasa labas din ng shower. So, this person was singing in the shower. So, happy, or probably it's a mannerism, I don't know. Or probably practicing his voice and shy of showing it, no? Outside the shower room. Nonetheless, this one, he was singing in the shower. So, the verb phrase is was singing. Yan ang verb phrase natin. Oops, dito pala itong verb phrase. Alright? Subject, ayun, katabi lang ng verb ang subject. Kaya wag malilito, Most of the times, I said most of the times, hindi all the times, but most of the times, ang subject ay katabi lang ng iyong verb. Alright. Next, the cat was seen by whom? By Jim. Okay? So, asan ang verb phrase? Was seen. Okay, subject, cat. Yan ang subject. That cat was seen. By whom? By Jim. Number 18 na tayo. Okay, number 18. Dito sa number 18, basa na ulit tayo. Kayo muna. Alright. The stranger might have been known by the police. Alright. Asan ang verb phrase? Eto. Yan. Very good. Tama kayo. Might have been known. Yan ang ating verb phrase. Combination ng 4 words. Ang subject, of course, huwag kayo matakot. Lagi lang siyang katabi. Most of the times. Yan, stranger. Yan ang kanyang verb phrase. At subject. Number 19. Basa uli. Yes, the student should have known the answer. Where is the verb phrase? Yan. Should have known. Yan ang verb phrase. Ang should have known. At ang subject, very good. Okay, yan. Katabi lang. Student ang iyong subject. And the last one is, basa. Yes, we shall be rewarded. At ang iyong verb phrase ay shall be rewarded. Okay, yan ang verb phrase hanggang dulo. At ang subject ay we. Well, yan. Kaganda-ganda nitong ating exercise na to, no? Na natutunan na natin ang mga function ng verbs at yung palang katabi ng verbs, ha? Yung palang katabi ng verbs ay 99% ay yun ay mga subject. Kaya kung susundan natin yung principle ng ating pinag-aaralan, no? If we follow the principle of what we're studying here, we would have known itong ating mga principles na ito ay madali lang. Pero bakit ba nagtagal na hindi ito natutunan natin, no, ha? So, yan ang verb phrase na ating pinag-aaralan. Ano ba nasa likod nito? Yan, verb phrase function pa rin, ha? Ito na ang huli natin. Itong last one na ito, no? Na para tayo ay magkapagpahinga na muna dito sa verb phrases na ito. So, again, ito ay mga verbs do not always stand alone, etc. etc. Paulit-ulit na lang natin sinasabi yan na hindi sila kalimitan nag-iisa lang sa sentence. Maraming beses sila ay combination ng mga verbs. Dapat ay ma-familiarize tayo sa kanilang mga forms at paggamit sa kanila. For example, itong morph means example. John Bibi has been given honor as founder of Bibi Line. Yung verb phrase dito ay has been given. Yan ang verb phrase dyan. At nasa likod lang yung subject, Bibi. Alright, or John Bibi. Now, we go now to the series of exercises from 1 to 20. Tingnan natin. Okay, so these are the sentences with verb phrases composed of state of being verbs and action verbs. Nasa ano tayo na, ha? Verb function, verb phrase function number 3. Okay, so number 1, Philippines was discovered by European explorers. Was discovered. Ito ang yung verb phrase, sa likod ang yung subject. Mesopotamians may have been the first explorer. Okay, may have been ang iyong verb phrase, Mesopotamians ang iyong subject. John Bibi has been given the honor by his children. Has been given. Yan ang verb phrase mo. And then subject mo ay si Bibi or John Bibi. He has been legacy. He has given legacy for his children. Okay, has given. Yan ang verb phrase. And subject is he. Number 5. The first vessel was launched in 1841. Was launched. Yan ang iyong verb phrase. At vessel ang iyong subject. In 1850, the Tiber and Arno were ordered from Glasgow Yard. Okay? Ang prepositional phrase, preposition, no, ito in, ay wag nyo intindihin yan. Inuna lang ng author yan o ng writer. Ang totoo, ang sentence ay nandito sa the Tiber and Arno were ordered from Glasgow Yard. Okay, sinabi niya kung kailan, in 1850. Pero ang subject mo ay makikita after na ma-locate mo ang verb. Were ordered. Yan ang iyong verb phrase. Pagkatapos, ang iyong subject, compound subject, subject ang Tiber, subject din ang Arno. Pero wag mo isasama ang end kasi hindi siya subject. Connector siya. Okay? Very good. For technical reason, tinuturo natin dito. Number 7. Edward Harland built the Titanic. Dito wala kang verb phrase, meron ka lang verb. Built. Yan ang iyong verb. Stand alone lang siya. At ang subject niya ay yung katabi niya. Si Harland. Edward Harland. And then 8. He had been regarded as the unrecognized genius in shipbuilding. Okay. Dito ay may verb phrase na tayo. Itong had been regarded. At kadali-dali, ito na kaagad yung ating subject. Yan. Ang subject mo ay yung he. Alright? Next is this one. Arno had later become a trooper for the Crimean War. Okay? Now, dito, tingnan natin, ang verb phrase natin ay interrupted. Ito, had and then become. Had become. Yung later mo ay adverb of time. Hindi mo pwedeng isali yan. Kasi interrupted verb phrase. Ito lang ang verb phrase mo. Had become. Of course, after ng had, before had, ito ang iyong subject. Are no. Okay? Well, natututo na siya. Very good. Naalala niya na yung mga principles na pinag-aaralan natin. Kaya nga, dapat na matagal na nating natutunan to, ha? Bago pa tayo dapat nag-senior high, ay alam na natin to para hindi tayo nahirapan sa ating tinatawag na composition, writing composition, o mga communications sa English, okay? We can analyze immediately the formation of the words. Now, number 10, the ship Braganza sank immediately with the loss of 22 lives. Okay, nasaan ang iyo? May verb phrase ka ba? Wala. Meron ka lang ay stand-alone na verb, sank. Immediately ay adverb yan, no? Ito lang ang verb mo and nasa likod lang niya ang subject. Okay. And then 11, her bell had been returned to the company by the divers. Yan, of course, naguhitan na pala natin to. Ito ang verb phrase natin, had been returned, at ito ang iyong subject, yung bell. Okay. Next is, nearly 125 years later, in 1994, yung prepositional phrase, her wreck was found. Asan ang verb? Pag nakita ang verb, very good, was found. And therefore, ang subject mo ay wreck. Wreck was found. Okay? Next, ay number 13. In BB, or in 1859, BB Lines Venetian was built by the Belfast Shipyard, Harland and Wolff. Okay? Again, ignore lang natin to. At pagkatapos ay makita natin anong meron. Ito, was built. Yan, ayan ang verb phrase natin kasi dalawa. Katabi lang niya ang subject, Venetian. Yan. 14. Of the first 21 ships that were made, BB Line has contributed 18 of them. Okay? Now, malilito kayo kasi parang may verb dito na nauna. Yes, yung salitang were made. Kaya lang, nasa loob siya ng prepositional phrase na of the first 21 ships that were made. Huwag kayong kukuha dyan. Wala dyan ang iyong subject at a verb phrase. Nandito, after. BB Line has contributed. Itong has contributed ang iyong verb phrase. At yung BB Line ang iyong subject. Okay? Malinaw na ha? Na pag may mga prepositional phrase, analyze nyo kung hanggang saan yung prepositional phrase niya. Okay, next. 15. Nasa 15 na tayo. Lapit na. Sabi sa 15, this was the history of the yard. May verb phrase ba? Wala. May linking tayo na past, was. Ito ang verb. Stand alone lang siya. And this is the subject. Okay? Alright, determiner. This, that. Then, without the BB family, there would have never been a Harland and Wolff. Okay? Okay, huwag kayong kukuha rito sa loob nito. Alright? Kundi dito lang sa there would have never been a Harland and Wolff. Okay? So, ang verb phrase mo ay yan. Would have never been. Therefore, ang subject mo ay ito. There. Yan, katabi lang niya. The next, 17, Arthur Beebe, Wilson Beebe was the guiding force of the BB Line. Was is the subject. The verb. The linking verb. Past. And the subject is Arthur Wilson Beebe. Number 18. Last three. Literally, sea travel has been transformed by BB Line. Eliminated muna yun uli. Sea travel has been transformed. Etong sea travel has been transformed ang iyong verb phrase at ang iyong travel or sea travel ang iyong subject. Okay? Now, 19, last two. Ang sabi dyan, excuse me ulit, realizing the potential of the Burma trade, two more ships had been ordered. Ito, may prepositions ka. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, yan. Tanggal ka muna dyan. Realizing the potential, two more ships had been ordered. Okay. Asan ang verb phrase? Yan. Katabi lang niya yung subject. Ships had been ordered. Pansinin ninyo guys, another tip, pag kinuha niyo yung verb at subject, it stands or they stand alone. Kahit wala na yung the rest, complete na yung thought niya kaagad. Okay? Complete na. Ito, ignore mo na lahat, complete na yan. Ships had been ordered. Okay? Lancashire and Yorkshire. Sinasabi lang kung anong klase mga ships yung in order. And the last one, yehey! Nasa last one na kami. Baby ships started making the ships with shire. Nasaan ang started marking? Okay? Started marking. Yan ang iyong verb phrase. At ang iyong subject, ships. Yes! Natapos na tayo sa verb phrase function number 3. Again, tingnan ninyo ha. Pwede nyong i-review ulit itong ating lecture na to para ma-familiarize kayo. Yan. And for that, out muna tayo. Pero I expect na dapat ay seriously pinag-aaralan yung mabuti yung mga lessons. Naka-4 yata tayo, 5 lessons. Okay? Bye for now. Thank you very much.